Good morning, everybody. In just a couple minutes, we'll get started. I'm going to see if a couple more folks show up. There's Paulo. Okay, so the only person we're missing is Jordan, who for some reason is always a minute or two late. So I'll go ahead and mark him absent. Okay, so right off the bat, and pardon my disheveled appearance, I'm working from home today, so I woke up just before first period and have not put myself together yet, but y'all can live with it. There is a link on Canvas that is statistics survey. Y'all do not have to do that, but it would be nice if you did. It's for another student, Tiana, and she just asked if I could have some students fill out that survey. I think it's like 2 questions. So if you could do that, that would be great. The next thing that we're going to move into is syntax 2, and I'm going to share my screen with you for just a minute here so we can see it together. I put our sentence that we looked at yesterday here at the bottom of the assignment, but you're writing a 3-sentence paragraph modeled after Chief Red Jacket's passage. So the first 2 sentences should contain repetition, and the 3rd sentence should be a rhetorical question. Your topic is school uniforms. If you would prefer to do it about a different like school rule, that's also fine. I don't want to limit you too much, but you can see here that his was actually 4 sentences, but this brother continued to listen was sort of separate from the rest of it. But this first sentence and the second sentence have the repetition of you say, and then you have your rhetorical question. How do we know this to be true? So you are following that format. First 2 sentences containing repetition, and the 3rd sentence a rhetorical question. So it's 9:12. I'm going to give you guys until about 9:20, and then we'll see if we need any more time. Hey, Jordan, we're just working on the syntax 2, which is on Canvas. We're going to work on it for about 4 more minutes. Anybody need more time? Okay, let's move on then. We have a vocabulary quiz tomorrow, and I will email you guys later on today to remind you about this, but our class actually will not meet on Zoom tomorrow. I'll be out of town, so I'm just going to set it to publish your quiz. And if you do your quiz, then you get credit for being there tomorrow. So we're going to do a quick Kahoot to review. I will share my screen with you. And this should be the right thing. Yep. Oh, actually, one sec. I want to make sure that it scrambles. I do want to randomize. Thank you. Wow, I didn't know that there were so many options. Yeah, I want the Halloween song. Okay. Oh, that's so great. I love this. They're slow though. A little bit of suspense there before it starts again. Is that one person? There we go. That's everybody. All right. Irritatingly self-important or arrogant. Is it pompous, pagan, bombastic, or blackguard? Pompous, yes, good. I saw a couple people did not guess, so at least make sure you're paying attention to the answers. And one thing that I like to do to try to trip people up is give you a word that the definition is correct, but it's just not one of our vocabulary words. So make sure you know what our vocabulary words are. Nice. A person's look or manner, especially one of a particular kind, indicating their character or mood. Is it creed, visage, mean, or blackguard? All right.
I like the pictures you have in there.
Oh yes, thank you. That was actually a good example of exactly what I was talking about. Visage would work for this, but it's just not one of our vocabulary words.
Visage.
Visage, as some would say. Okay.
Oh, heck yeah.
The quality of being religious or reverent. This is a noun. Piety, creed, chastity, or abomination.
You said it's oh, God dang it. Effing. Oh, well, never mind.
Did you get it right?
Yeah.
Lovely. Nice. John's on a streak.
John streaking in the town square.
Let's hope not. To have an intense feeling of longing for something, typically something that one has lost or been separated from. Loquate, pine, yearn, or behold. Nice. Nobody chose my made-up word, loquate. That's not real.
It's supposed to simulate the loquacious word.
That's exactly right. Wookiees just hit answer streak 3. Look at
that. I can't do a good Wookiee sound at all. At least not without warming up.
Lovely. Good job. Uh-oh. John's coming up.
What in the F?
Look at that. It's close. It's very close.
You must just be a good, fast answerer.
Old fast hands Tapio. A rude or unscrupulous person.
John Tapio is not one of the answers.
It's not.
I demand a redo.
And again, like rogue would sort of work for this one. It's at least a synonym. It might not be the exact same meaning, but
So would middle schooler.
So would middle schooler. It's not our vocabulary word, so gotta be careful. A resonant or repetitive chant, especially religious, a repetitive series. Is that catechism, perfidy, creed, or litany?
Answer wrong, John.
Okay, that one's our hardest one so far.
This might, come on.
I don't know exactly what a catechism is. I wasn't raised Catholic, but it's something similar, or it's like something that you say.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know exactly what it is.
Not to be confused with catacombs, which are a series of yeah,
tombs. Perfidy, yes. A couple people guessed abomination.
effing crap.
All right, harsh language there. Abomination is one of our words, but it doesn't quite mean the same thing. Rosie coming up. Tending to talk a great deal. Chatty. Obsequious, loquacious, garrulous, or pompous. All fun words. This is good. Sorry, I'm making it colder in my house. Okay. John is on fire. Not literally, but pure and innocent in thought or act. Virtuous. Is it pious, chaste, yearn, or pompous?
I don't think pious was one of our words.
Oh, good. I thought that maybe some people would choose pious. Piety is one of our words, which is the noun form of pious. So I thought that might trip y'all up, but you did great. Clever or skillful in using the hands or mind? Is it adept, pithy, pious, or adroit? Good. And I wondered if anybody would choose adept. Don't feel bad if you did. They're very similar words and they mean pretty much the same thing. Concise and forcefully expressive. Adroit, succinct, pithy, or chaste?
Pithy.
It's a weird word. But it is the correct word. Pithy. A thing that causes disgust or hatred. Is it litany, perfidy, abomination, or crying babies?
You know, anytime I'm in Walmart and there's a crying baby, I want to find them and, you know,
I've left because of them before.
be nice.
I abandoned a buggy one time because I was like, I just can't stand this anymore.
Nice.
All right, 2 more. Owing thanks or having a duty to someone in return for help or a service. Is it meaned, beholden, indebted, or abominated? I made up some words there. Nice. Yep. Good, good, good. And last one. John's killing it. A person holding religious beliefs other than those of the main world religions. Pagan, blackguard, abomination, or adroit. Good. And before we go to the podium here, pagan, I think originally I had it as a noun and then I changed it to a verb. They mean basically the same thing. It's just a noun verb or a noun form and a verb form. So I think that in our sentences, I had actually done it as like the opposite part of speech of what I had said it was. So just be aware. All right, our podium. In third place, we have Jordan. In second place, we have Rosie. And in first place,
Good job, John.
perfect answers all across the board, John Tapio. Wonderful. All right, well played. We didn't really have any difficult questions. Everyone was answered correctly by almost everyone. So that's lovely. The link to that is on Canvas if you want to replay it at any point. So now I told you guys we were not done with Myth of the Latin Woman or Me Talk Pretty One Day. And your questions, the exploring the text, that's due today. But I'm going to go ahead and let you know that those questions will definitely help you on this upcoming essay. Ooh. So for this essay, it's a little bit different than a traditional rhetorical analysis essay. You're going to write a rhetorical comparison between the two. You'll need to highlight the most important rhetorical strategies that each author uses to make their point to their audience and decide which one you think is a more effective rhetorical appeal and why. We did the soapstone sheet. Well, we did it out loud for Myth of the Latin Woman. We did not do it for Me Talk Pretty One Day, but you still have access to the soapstone page. So I would recommend just going through and not even necessarily filling it out, but just thinking through each of those categories and see how it can help you make your decision. You might like one more, but think that the other one is a more effective rhetorical appeal. So I just kind of gave you an example format here because I didn't want anybody to think that this was basically 2 essays in one and that you're doing a full rhetorical analysis of each. You don't have to do that. This would be a way that you could do it. In your intro, you could use a hook to describe the similarities and differences in the two and decide which one you think is a more effective example of rhetorical strategies and appeals. And then in the first paragraph, you could talk about the strategies used in the essay you liked less and just kind of go through them briefly and be like, he used humor and he used personal anecdotes, but then to go into the next paragraph, say, however, like I thought that, well, you wouldn't say I think because we're doing third person, but however, Kofer's essay was a more effective rhetorical appeal because, and then you could go into talking about the strategies that you liked in the one you thought was more effective and why you thought they worked better. And then in the conclusion, you would just tie up loose ends and reiterate your preference for one essay over the other. You don't have to use that format, but if you're just not sure how you want to structure it, that might help you. That structure only has 2 body paragraphs. You can certainly do more than that. You might want to focus 2 paragraphs on the one you thought was more effective and only one on the one that you didn't think was as effective. You could also do it the opposite way. You could spend a couple of paragraphs talking about what you thought was really effective about the one that you thought was better. And then in your last body paragraph, say, you know, this other author also had some good effective techniques, such as blah, blah, blah. But overall, the other one was a more effective example of a rhetorical appeal. Any questions about that other than when it's due? It's due 1 week from today. And I'll make sure that we have some time in class to work on it next week.
For the what is it? Myth of a Latin Woman. When is the questions on that due?
Tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, and that's in the same module, but oh, come on, I clicked on it. Cool, it's not working. Yeah, the questions for the exploring the text for Myth of a Latin Woman and Me Talk Pretty One Day are due tomorrow. Any questions about that essay?
No, those are in. Okay, never mind. I found it.
Okay. So I want to go ahead and give y'all time to start working on this, or you can finish up the questions from yesterday if you have not gotten to it yet. Why is my Canvas not working? This is dumb. I think my mom's doing something dumb to my computer. I don't know. I'm gonna blame him anyway. He's used to it. Okay, so it looks like 3 of y'all have already submitted your exploring the text, which is great. And y'all can go ahead and start working on the essay. If you haven't turned that in yet, I would go ahead and get that finished first since it's due today, and then start working on your essay. Start brainstorming or trying to outline or structure it. Okay, so if you guys want to leave and work on this stuff independently, you certainly can. Again, for those of you who were a little bit late, we're not going to meet via Zoom tomorrow, and I'll email you later just to remind you about that. But I will post the quiz, the vocabulary quiz, and if you complete it, then that's your attendance for today or for tomorrow. But I'll send you an email later just to remind you. If you want to stay and work and you want to ask questions or anything, that's totally fine. I'm gonna turn my video and mic off, and y'all just let me know if you need me.
Is that a DARE program shirt?
It is a DARE program shirt, yes.
That is hilarious.
I've had this since I was a child. I remember like doing a I don't know, it was like Red Ribbon Week or something, and doing a march in DARE t-shirts in 6th grade.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Okay, guys, bell's about to ring, so I'll remind y'all with an email tonight, but we're not meeting on Zoom tomorrow, but your quiz will be posted. See ya.